if you love something enough to do it, you might as well not give up on it. So even if, you know, you get frustrated and you get down on it, like if it's something that you took enough time to spend, you know, $500, $1,000, whatever you want on the bike and the equipment to do it, or even if it's, you know, painting or whatever, you know, like anything that you want to do, I feel that you need to just do it 100% of your ability.
Allow me to introduce myself. Who knows what dastardly crime he might perpetrate next?
He's a very clever arch criminal who must be put away. Another innocent victim of the suicidal maniac.
My name is Emmett Bonner. I am 24 years old, and I am a master mechanic, and my bike shop is called the Bondudes Bikes and Apparel. I'm from Auburn, California, right between Sacramento and Tahoe, so it's like a nice little spot in the foothills. You know, moved here in 2000 or 2001. I was here for 5 or 6 years, something like that, and then I moved with my dad to Korea. I had ridden mountain bikes before that, but that was like where I got into like mountain bike racing. That kind of escalated everything, going from BMX racing to like mountain bike racing. Just about 15 whenever I started doing races, and like I think the first race that I did there was a national race, and I got third. Sure, my dad was an influence. I mean, he taught me and my brothers when we were little kids. He was like, when you stop shitting your pants, I'll take you snowboarding. So like we all figured out how to use the crapper really quick. Like he would wake us up in the morning and be like, you want to go to school or you want to go snowboarding? So, and we went to year-round school, so we would have like a couple months off, and like my parents were always like involved with the school, so if we were gone for a morning, like they'd be like, oh, yeah, that's fine, Bonners, let them go, you know, just kind of wave us off somehow. I don't know how that worked out, but it did. I have 2 older brothers that are my actual brothers. Ivan's 4 years apart, and then Paul would be 30 now, so he'd be like another 6 years. One of them died. He died of a heroin overdose, but he was clean and sober for, I want to say, 9 months to a year or something like that. Got all of his shit together, and you know, you never know with that stuff, and that's kind of like, you know, that's the main problem with the, you know, the disease of being an addict, is you get like circled back to what you were doing before. It's not like you're gonna like just do a little bit. You know, they hop back onto it and just go into the circle, and that's how most of them die. They get off of it and then they go back to it, but they do the same amount when they go back to it. So your body can't handle it and you just shut off. And so I know that's, you know, what he was doing. My older brother, who was the middle brother, we were on our way to Europe. We were actually in the car on the way to the airport, and we got a phone call from his roommate, and he was like, I just found Paul dead in his bed, like, I don't know what to do, like, what the hell's going on? Like, I got the phone call, and then like somehow my parents were like awake, because it was the middle of the night for them, and at the time my dad lived in Italy, and so we were going to visit them. My mom got on the phone. I don't remember how it all kind of happened, but my brother started freaking out. He's like, Eric, we gotta drive back. Our friend was driving us to the airport. And I just grabbed Ivan, and I was like, don't move, don't say anything, you know, just don't do anything. Like, I'm gonna get on the phone, like, don't worry about it, you know, just chill out. We can't do anything, it's already happened. And my mom's just hysterical on the phone, and then my dad answers, and like, he's like, Emmett, you know what to do, right? And I was like, yeah, I'm on my way, you know, and he's like, okay, yeah, just grab your brother, don't let him do anything, don't let him touch anything, just throw him on the plane, get over here, we're gonna get rid of it. Yeah, well, I mean, going back to like what I said about my brother earlier too, I mean, I gave like last December on the 21st, I mean, I tattooed myself as well, and like this one was really kind of special to me, just doing that, and it fucking sucked ass doing that shit, but I don't know, I felt like it was time to get a tattoo for him. This shop has been open for a short 5 months. 5 months, man. It's been a pretty fun adventure to get here. It got built in 3 and been running for 5, and it's already completely cycled through every bit of product that was in here, completely gone through all of it, which even shops that I raced for or worked at before, like, stuff would just sit forever, you know what I mean? But everything that I've gotten in here is very specifically picked. So everything is just what's relevant at the time for the most part. There's a few constants that everybody likes, but I've tried to make it to where, you know, everything is maybe 2 or 3, you know, units in the shop. And that's what people mostly want, you know what I mean? They always want what you can't get. So that's what I have, is what you can't get. Yeah, it's all really home cooked, like really, you know, specific pieces of equipment that like the pro riders or the heads of the company will make just because they know that that's something that the people need at that time. You know, it's all very modern. I mean, I got sprockets that are literally machined in some dude's apartment in Russia. Like, nobody has that, you know what I mean? Nobody has that. All the apparel as well, I try and get everything that's printed in Houston or is made by hand somewhere or something like, I mean, the pants themselves, like I carried it in a backpack back from Bali. Like, when I was hurt still, like, threw like a big pile of them, like 40 of them in a backpack, came back. So anywhere that I go, like I'll try and pick up, like, say I make my own jewelry, I pick up the rocks from like when I go on a trip somewhere. Like I say, I go up to Colorado or California or whatever, I'll pick up some type of rock that I find there, or I'll go into like a rock shop that has something a little bit more specific that you can't get anywhere else, and I'll bring that back. Or I'll, you know, like I said, going back to Vegas, like I'll go and pick something up that just is completely one-off, or it's the first one that's ever made, so I'll pick that one up and people are like, I want to have it first. Where can you get it? Here. You can't get it anywhere else. It's definitely a very community-oriented thing. Like, I mean, even, you know, other shops, rival shops, like, I don't care, you know what I mean? Like, I go to events and I still talk to them and do all this. Like, other people that ride for other shops or that are pro riders or whatever, like, I still will support them if they're in town and they're doing something that is with the community. I'll give them a set of tires if their tire is ripped. I don't care if they take it off in an hour or not. Like, I'll give you a tire. And I like it better that way, just because then, you know, like, there's still going to be hostilities at any, you know, given place, whether it's, you know, within the industry, people, you know, being like, oh, don't buy from this company or buy from, you know, like, I don't care. I just try and keep it as mellow between everybody as I possibly can, because we're only, you know, as good as our neighbor is, you know what I mean? We can't have a whole community of a bunch of people that hate each other. That doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. So don't quit, man. Just don't quit. Literally just put everything that you have into it, even if you're, you know, losing your mind, don't quit. The only thing that will make it not work is you. That's the only thing that won't let anything happen, is if you don't do it yourself. So you just literally have to, like, I mean, I haven't been paid in a year. I literally have not made $1 to myself in a year through this, like, not anything. I mean, I'll go straight back to the shop. Like, I mean, I do weird random odd jobs to make a couple bucks. Like, that's fine for me, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm 24 and I'm starting my own thing, that's what I expected going into it anyway. I didn't expect to be, you know, upgrading my rims on my car or like buying new clothes. I've had the same pair of pants for 2 years probably. Learn how to fall, for sure. You can't be a good rider unless you're a good faller. But again, I mean, the same way of, if you love something enough to do it, you might as well not give up on it. So even if, you know, you get frustrated and you get down on it, like, if it's something that you took enough time to spend, you know, $500, $1,000, whatever you want on the bike and the equipment to do it, or even if it's, you know, painting or whatever, you know, like anything that you want to do, I feel that you need to just do it 100% of your ability. And then if you're riding your bike, like, I mean, don't just go out and half-ass it. Like, if you want to learn something, just do it until you land it. And that's probably the best advice that somebody ever gave me, is like, if you stop doing it, you're not going to try it again. You're just not. You'll be like, ah, all right, cool. Unless your bike is broken and you're broken, don't quit. Like, just don't. Like, it's not worth it, because then you're going to go home and you're going to be like, oh, I wish I did. No, just don't quit. Open. I'm just open to whatever comes along. If there's something new I want to go ride, or there's somebody new in town, or if there's, you know, some new bike part out, or if I see like some new kind of like fashion thing coming around or whatever, you know, I like to integrate everything that I see that, you know, I like, or that I notice that everybody else is like into as far as the shop goes. I like to try and integrate all those things so that it's not necessarily just very specifically looking at, you know, BMX riders, or very specifically skateboarders, or like, you know, nothing very specific, but it's just open to everybody. So whenever you come in here, even if you don't ride bikes, like, you're gonna walk in here and you're gonna be like, oh, those are cool, you know? So I just like to have it be, yeah, just something that's just open to every single person from every walk of life. They can come in here and openly be like, I like what's going on here. Even if they don't like bikes, or they don't like the rap music, or they don't like rock music, or they don't like tattoos, like, you can come in here, there's a long sleeve shirt right there I guarantee you're gonna buy. Or you probably wanna just sit on the couch and like watch people ride by on bikes. You're gonna be like, oh, I've never seen that before. So it's just something that's open to anybody.